Hi everybody, welcome to Tuesday's edition of Tunes from the Shop with Skip. I hope you liked our Bulgarian tune yesterday. Today we're going to take a trip back to Ireland for some very, very traditional Irish music, but I'm going to be playing it on one of the fifes that I build. You've been hearing me play a lot on this B-flat fife, this 10-hole, fully chromatic fife. Today I'm going to play on a C fife, which is a little bit shorter, you can see, than the B-flat fife. So the pitch is going to be slightly higher. The reason I've chosen the C fife today, C fifes are very popular over here throughout Europe. But the real reason, I've been in communication with an old friend of mine, John Benoit, who I've mentioned several times on these little broadcasts, and I was reminding him of a parade we did in New Haven, Connecticut years and years and years ago, back in the early 1980s, with the Ancient Mariners Fife and Drum Corps. And the group had retired to a local pub for tea and coffee. And I saw out of the corner of my eye Mumford, John, leaning over to the barman and playing a tune for him. He used to carry this little wooden D fife. It was about probably that long. And it was a very beautiful tune, and the bartender was completely enchanted. I thought the tune was one tune, but when I was in contact with John, he said that he also remembered that, but that it was actually a very traditional Irish tune called on Coolin, the Coolin. So I'd like to play that air for you today, and I'm going to follow it up with a couple of very well-known session jigs. The first called the Rambling Pitchfork, and the second called Garrett Barry's Jig. So without further ado, here we go. And this setting of the Coolin, actually, I learned from a man I've mentioned more times than anyone else. Again, the man from Golden, well, from 2 Mile Boris, actually, but my old friend Phil Moloughney. This is his setting. I've turned it around a little bit, but his basic setting of the Coolin. This is a tune that I'd heard for years and years and years and years and years, but never mind how popular it is, I just never learned it because it's a slow tune and you have the opportunity to put all kinds of stuff into it. And I never heard exactly what the tune was. I always just heard a lot of ornaments and movement and, you know, add-ons. And Phil had this lovely, simple way he used to play the Coolin. And he always, he said about it, it's important not to let the notes get in the way of the tune. So there you go, a little bit of music on the teeny weeny C Fife today. The Coolin, Phil Moloughney's setting of the Coolin. The, whatever the second one was. Gosh, I forgot the name of the second one. Oh, Rambling Pitchfork. And finishing up with Garrett Barry's jig. Hope you enjoyed the tunes, and you know, as always, stay safe, stay smart, 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 and we'll see you again tomorrow for more tunes from the shop. Cheers, everybody.